to see the car themselves for the first time. Good evening, I'm Jacqueline London.
And I'm Todd Drakowski in for Bob Fryer. Detectives tell us that car still smells like death.
It is the white Pontiac that investigators say once held Kaylee's remains. And today, attorneys for the missing girl's mom brought in a high-profile forensic expert who was used in the O.J. Simpson murder trial to inspect the car. First at 5, live team coverage, Louis Bolden with more on that car inspection. Mike DeForest is live at Blanchard Park, where divers were in the water again today looking for Kaylee's remains. But first to Louis Bolden.
Well, Jackie, we've just learned that car inspection is over. The Orange County Sheriff's Office told all of the media outlets we would be allowed to get video of Dr. Lee inspecting Casey Anthony's car. That's why we've been posted up on the side of this building all day, but that is not the way this went down. Jose Baez and Dr. Lee left the Orange County Sheriff's Office at about 4 o'clock. I spoke to Mr. Baez myself, and he says their inspection of that car is over.
How are you, sir?
Hey. Casey Anthony's attorney, Jose Baez, walked into the Orange County Sheriff's Office with a confident stride and a famous scientist. Dr. Henry Lee is known for finding the tiniest clues that can make or break a case. He spent Friday morning reviewing evidence that investigators collected from Casey Anthony's car and examining the car himself. The bulk of the evidence in the state's case against Anthony comes from her Pontiac Sunfire, the car that Cindy Anthony said smelled like a dead body. Forensic tests later showed a body was in fact in the car, along with Kaylee Anthony's hair and a questionable stain.
He could be a contributor.
Dr. Henry Lee is well known for finding alternative explanations for physical evidence, and he is no stranger to the spotlight. He worked on Scott Peterson's defense team, the death of John Benet Ramsey, and the O.J. Simpson trial, to name a few. But he has also been involved in a scandal. In 2003, a judge ruled Dr. Lee either hid or accidentally destroyed key evidence in a high-profile murder trial. Anthony's Pontiac Sunfire has been stored at the sheriff's office since she was arrested back in July. Her attorney has questioned the evidence in the case, and a judge granted him permission to have access to the car so he could have his forensic expert conduct an independent examination. And we did get a glimpse of Casey Anthony's car today. Just a while ago, it was brought from the backside of the Orange County Sheriff's Office and transported to another bay on the side of the building, and we're told it will be held there from now on. But again, Jose Baez and Dr. Lee left the building at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. And we're going to have more on that coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, we're live at the Orange County Sheriff's Office. I'm Louis Bolden, Local 6.
So many questions surround that car. It will be interesting to see what comes of that, if anything. Louis, thank you.
At the same time, the search for Kaylee continued today in the Little Econ River, one day after yesterday's huge false alarm. Divers then said they might have found some of Kaylee's remains. It turns out that just was not the case, and bounty hunter Leonard Padilla has come under fire for organizing the effort yet again. Mike DeForest is out at Blanchard Park, where, Mike, things were a lot quieter today.
That's right. The dive team just rolled out of here less than 5 minutes ago with no significant finds today. Certainly not one worth calling the Orange County Sheriff's Office like they did yesterday. Bounty hunter Leonard Padilla's reputation may be taking a hit over all of this, but he says he's not giving up. Even as large alligators swam nearby, a team of divers resumed their search of these murky waters looking for Kaylee Anthony. But yesterday's highly publicized false alarm that bones were discovered here has definitely taken its toll.
We just don't want to get involved in this so-called circus that they keep telling us we're the reason for. We'd rather just stay tight-lipped, do our job.
Orange County detectives say they have no credible evidence that Kaylee is out here, and they do not sanction the bounty hunter's search efforts. That's made it tougher for him to recruit more divers.
We had one team that called last night, we don't want to get involved with that mess down there. Law enforcement's got us scared. What if they start arresting people and all that? And I says, hey, I understand that, especially when you're volunteering, you know.
Leonard Padilla has agreed to the FBI's request to take a lie detector test, saying he is not staging any sort of hoax.
Well, a lot of people probably would like to believe that, you know. But as long as I've worked around law enforcement, I have no need to do that, you know.
Although Padilla himself spent much of the day posing for photographs and chatting with onlookers, he says he has no immediate plans to leave Orlando and abandon his search.
We're on a day-to-day. I know that people don't want to believe that, but we're strictly on day-to-day.
Right now, Leonard Padilla is on his way to catch the shuttle launch. He's worked out an agreement with Orange County Park and Rec that he and his dive team will not be out here at Blanchard Park because the park is so busy with other weekend activities. But Padilla tells me he will be back out here first thing Monday morning. Reporting live in Blanchard Park, Mike Forrest, Local 6.
Mike, clarify something. Sheriff's detectives have said many times that they don't think Kaylee is in the Little Econ River. So why does Padilla keep focusing out there?
That's a good question. None of us really know the answer to, other than Leonard Padilla's words, which is he says, based on the evidence he's seen, he is convinced she's out here, and he's not going to be dissuaded by law enforcement. He wants to keep checking.
So the search continues. Thanks, Mike.